And welcome to another California Guy video with your boy California Guy. What's up, everybody, and welcome to this all new video. Now, I have a few topics I'm going to talk about in this video that I'm going to do tonight. This is basically part of it is a response video to Madhead Doctor. He did a good video in response to me. I listened to the video. I didn't know he did it actually till the day. I listened to the video, and I suggest you guys go check out his video. Now, he was responding to me on my video about white privilege and some of the videos I've done. This is going to be kind of like my final video discussing about white privilege, white supremacy, and how it's global and how it's a religion, basically. Um, I know a lot of black people feel that they're not in white supremacy. Now, we went back and forth over how white supremacy works, and Madhead feels, and other people, not just Madhead, because it's a big collective of black people, they feel that black people, that we, pro-blacks, or black people who are activists, give white people the position that they have power. And what we people like myself is saying, let me make myself clear. And I've did other videos outside of talking about white supremacy. Black, we are in a plantation. The United States is a plantation. We all are slaves, whether we're rich or we're poor, because black people do not run the governments of the United States. They don't run the governments of. They put blacks in power only to be controlled as puppets. Um, Blacks don't even run. We don't run Africa. These are facts. We're protesting massively because of police brutality. These are facts. We have problems with voting rights. These are facts. We go. We have some victories. We have victories at times where we've had laws signed into place, and stuff was overturned due to black people, and a lot of people in the United States, they try to utilize our freedoms in order to benefit their own races. Whereas black people, when I mention that we don't have power, that is to awaken our people. When I say that, that means but it doesn't mean that I'm giving white people power or any pro-black. That is the most ridiculous statement that I've ever heard. I'm hearing these different black people say that Cali guy is saying that white people is in control of everything, but they are. You got more whites that's bosses than you do black people. That's fact. You have more white CEOs than you do black people. These are facts. You have more white people that control several agencies, government agencies in the United States. These are facts. You have black people that do work at these places, but they don't have the control. The Caucasian white man controls this. And these are facts that I try to throw out there. But these are ways to battle global white supremacy. And you African American people have failed to see the truth. You look at people like Tariq Nasheed and Nellie Fuller and Malcolm X, people that discussed white supremacy for decades. What I'm saying is not even old. So, Madhead, when you did that video and you was talking about, you try to make me look ridiculous, which was fine, because I didn't look ridiculous. That message is strong. You try to discredit basically by saying, well, you're saying we're powerless. Black people are powerless. We put ourselves in powerless situations. We could have power. And see, here's the thing I'm going to break down to you. Because black people were not unified around a good message. And one thing you said right, Madhead, I give you this in one of your older videos. You said one thing that black people should push for policy. I do agree with that point. That's a point that I do agree with you. So I'm not a hater. So if a person that's black says a good point, I'm going to acknowledge it. So one point you have made that black people do need to rally around policy, and I've said it in many of my videos. that we should rally around more policy than to fight amongst each other. I think we need to stop looking for black leaders. I've said that in many videos, and I've said that on podcasts in the past, that we need to try to push an agenda that's realistic, similar to how the Jewish communities, the Italian communities, the Mexican communities do to push their agendas. So when I mention it, people took that it was an insult that I'm saying that they're bigger than they are because they push their agenda. So don't get offended. Black people do not have an agenda. That's fact. Black people don't work together. You got blacks that put each other down. They're as bad as white people when white people put black people down. So I'm not saying stuff that's not old, but it's not our job to try to awaken of these black individuals. It's our job to work with black individuals that's already awakened. So that will recognize that systematic white supremacy is strong and that blacks need to try to build a foundation within the United States. And that's basically been my message. So when I mentioned that we're in a plantation, which is fact, we're slaves. Black people are slaves here. Black people should not work for white people. I do agree with other black YouTubers on that. They do teach you fake shit in school. That's fact on that. They teach you what you want. You have to get your own knowledge. You have to build your own knowledge. Black people should do that. They should build their own knowledges. Go to libraries. Go on Amazon. They got different books, and black people need to retort and not get this white man's education. That's white supremacy education, and black people need to learn about their stuff. They need to learn the history, the dark history of white supremacy from their education, but we need to have our own education and our own books. So black people need to start building their own from the ground up and not relying on white people. And that's where your video was flawed at. You took only points of me talking about white supremacy. You thought you were saying something big by saying, well, Cali guy is just talking about, white supremacy, black people can't do nothing. And it's truth. How many black people have been lynched? Lots of black people have been lynched. How many black people have had no justice? Still happens that way. So when do black people win? All you African American people that's on YouTube and social media. When do black people have scores? Yes, we have successes. Don't get it twisted. We have successes in many different avenues. We got more blacks getting educated today than we had maybe 20 years ago. You have more blacks that are able to be in law enforcement, which is a good thing. You have some blacks that are able to be in politics. Not many, but you have some. We do good in the entertainment fund, the entertainment front. That's fact. We've always done good in that area in sports, but we need more. We need to have our communities compete with Latino communities, the poor whites, and we need to be above them. And that's where you failed in your video. Your video was an epic fail because you only wanted to take, you say that I talk bleak, but I'm telling the truth to awaken other blacks from letting white supremacy defeat them and try to form their own unit without going and betraying other brothers. I'm telling black people to not work for white individuals, white supremacists. I'm telling black people to not go through their schooling, their school systems. I'm telling black people not to fuck with a lot of their tools and try to build our own tools. We need to listen to people like Malcolm X. We need to listen to people like Valentine. We need to listen to people like Nellie Fuller and different individuals that speak very eloquent about systematic white supremacy. And that's where we fall behind because we don't know how to embrace and build our communities in the United States, and we could offer something more for our own people and as far as globally. So that's where your video was false. And I've done many videos, by the way, and people can go into my archives talking about what we need to do. I've done videos about that. I've told people the tools. I've embraced black art. I've embraced black directors. I've embraced many black things that we do. Madhead, I have not seen you do it. I've seen you say what all blacks need to do. So you're almost as bleak as I am. But you and other people deny that you live in this system of white supremacy, and that's where we all clash. But this, if you want to enjoy living in slavery, that's fine. Some of us want to get off the plantation. So, you don't want to not that you live, I guess you live in a big house. A lot of us field Negroes, we're trying to escape off the plantation. And you guys are upset because you put these tags on that, pro blacks this and pro blacks that, and everybody think that's a negative term and whatever. You guys can say that all you want. You guys could continue learning white man's education. You could continue learning white man's jobs. You could continue collecting, getting your little piece of money, little piece of money from master, and then you guys can continue thinking that you're functioning based off of that, because that's all that is. You think when you get money and you have a car, and I said that, and you repeated this, when you get money and you have a vehicle and you have some furniture, black people think they made it. See, people like myself is looking beyond just the nigger trinkets that they provide you with. I'm looking for more. I'm looking for blacks to be into corporations. I'm looking for blacks to have Black Wall Street again. I'm looking for more black banks, while you guys are looking for just little bitty jobs and of a car, and that's the lifestyle that in black women's cases, weaves and all that shit there. So that's what you guys look for. Me, I'm looking for bigger things out of the United States, and I'm looking for bigger things for the black community, so the black community could compete. Excuse me, could compete with other races. So if you're insulted that I said that black people, it's the truth. It is the truth. Madhead, you're right on that video. I'm glad you played that video back. I'm glad that you put all the excerpts. I'm glad you even acknowledged my video, because now people will know that they live in a system of white supremacy. So the video didn't upset me. In fact, I'm glad I even shared your video. I've shared it, and I think that's a good video so people can learn that they live in this systematic white supremacist society, and they live under the rule of the global supremacists. They live under there. And they live around suspected white supremacists, by the way, but that's another video. So, shout out to Madhead for doing the video that he did. Peace out.